My money magnet militia. What's happening? Ironworth traders. How y'all doing? Ironworth traders. How are you guys doing? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new day. Coming to you on the late night, early Friday morning, 12:39 a.m., October 10th. I like to start time stamping these live streams. That way you guys know when you're watching it what time I went live, if you're watching the replay. And if we name anything that we say is going to happen, you can see when we named it and when we said it was going to happen. And then you can check and see and back test it and see when it actually happened. But tonight, I ain't going to hold you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about rare earths revolution. Trading the China squeeze. That's what we're doing. We are trading the China squeeze. I'm going to let some people come on in. If you're new here, hit the follow button. You don't want to miss another live. All right, so we're going to talk about REEs. You might not be familiar with what a REE is. That is an acronym for rare earth elements. That's a group of 17 chemical elements. I know y'all like, man, look, dude, we don't want to hear no fucking science class. Well, I'm not here to teach you fucking science. We are talking about this information because this is I'm using this information to develop a trading plan that I'm about to share with y'all tonight. I'm about to share this shit with y'all tonight. So this is basically the China squeeze. That's what we're going to call this. The 2025 China squeeze. All right. For those that don't know what's going on, I'm going to fill you in. Just come on in, have a seat, pull up a chair and listen. You know what I'm saying? While I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping because this is going to make you some money if you got the power of execution. But this is not financial advice. For the record, let the record show this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Okay. Now, like I said, good morning, good night. We don't know what time it is where you at. I realized I got fans in Australia too, so I'm not going to just say one time. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you at. Everybody out there in TikTok world, you know what I'm saying? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Welcome to tonight's special live show, Rare Earths Revolution. How China's big supply squeeze is creating a huge opportunity for smart traders like you. Yes, like you. The ones that was smart enough to come on in this live and pull up a chair and listen, right? So it's a big opportunity for you. I want some people to come on in before I get the yapping because they come in and then they be like, hey, I missed it. Can you start over? No, I can't start over. So rare earth minerals, right? Rare earth elements. This is the rare earth revolution. Rare what? What the fuck is rare? Earths. What about Earth? This shit sound like a sci-fi movie, like a science class. I know, but it's okay. Most people don't know this shit. And that's why we here. I'm going to make it super simple. I ain't going to use big words and shit without explaining them. We're going to go slow so everybody in the back of the bus can get it too. Everybody in the back of the class can get it too. So right now, October the 9th, something big is happening in the world of minerals. These shits called rare earth elements that that we step on every day. China make most of them, or they mine most of them, right? But just to make it way harder to export them, the know-how, right? They know how to process the shit. It's like the biggest coffee farm in the world said, "Hey, we not shipping as many beans no more, and we not teaching nobody how to roast this shit either." What's gonna happen? The price of coffee gonna shoot up, right? So that's what's going on with this China situation that's squeezing the rare mineral prices up. So why should you give a fuck, right? Why should you care? Because the rare earths are in everything cool that you use on a daily basis. Stay with me. We cooking. Stay with me now. The shit that you use on a daily basis, yeah, they use rare minerals, rare earth to create this shit. That's why you should give a fuck. That's why it matters to you. The rare earths are in everything you use on a daily basis. Your smartphone, the electric car that you dream about buying if you ain't already got one. Absolutely. It's in all of that shit. So them big ass wind turbines that's making clean energy can't work without them. Even military shit like fighter jets. Now, if supply gets tight, prices for all that shit gonna go up. But for traders, that's for those that don't know, people who buy and sell stocks to make money. this is a chance to jump in on companies that could fill the gap. If you are new here, hit the follow button. I'm going to need y'all to hit that follow button. And also, while I'm yapping, I need y'all tapping. I'm just getting started. We just getting started. Thank you for whoever that is that showing love by tapping the screen. All right. It also helps me with the algorithm. I could give two fucks about the likes, but the likes help push the live out to a larger audience. So I appreciate you for helping me. And also thank you guys for following. Now, tonight we're going to cover it all in plain English. So what are these rare earth things anyways? What the fuck? What are we talking about, Sid? I'm going to explain it to you like you 5 years old. So, and I'm going to use examples from your everyday life so you really don't know, because I don't want this to be a fucking science class. I personally did not really like science. But I understood it, and I can fully comprehend it. So it was something that I understood, and overstood, but I did not like. Why am I talking about science tonight? Why should y'all give a fuck? Like I said, this isn't everything that you use, and the prices of this shit, like we making money from the information, okay? So we're going to make it simple. We're going to talk about why China is doing this. It's not random. It's a power play. So we look at how prices are jumping, right? And dive deep into like a couple of stocks. That's what we're going to do tonight. And we're going to dive into some stocks that you can trade to like tomorrow, the rest of the year. But it's not financial advice. I'm going to even throw some in there for my Australia fans. I realized I got an audience in Australia. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's because I go live in the middle of the night and shit. So I got some for them too. Excuse me. MP's Materials. That's what I'm going to talk about. The United States hero. We got Lynas, Lynas, or Lynas. That's Australia's steady player. And then another United States rare earth. It's an underdog for later on. I'm going to pop that out if y'all stay to the end of the show. So, and then I got a simple trading plan that even if you never bought a stock before, you will still be able to follow it. So if you brand new, stocks are like shares in a company. You buy low, you sell high, you make profit. We'll explain the terms as we go. And if you're a professional or expert, just hang tight for the nuances. Don't be a Debbie Downer. What up, undercover worm? So yeah, y'all, do me a favor. Also push the live out, share the live with a few of your friends, if you don't mind. Before I get on with the show, I want to let some more people come on in. Hit that like button if you're excited to learn. But do y'all own any electric gadgets? Yes or no? Duh. Imagine digging in your backyard and finding shiny rocks that power the fucking future. What up, T-Talk? What up, T-Talk? Imagine going to your backyard, right? And you dig in your backyard and it's a bunch of shiny ass rocks. Those rocks power the future. So we're going to start at square one. What are rare earth elements? Say it slow. Rare earth elements, or REEs. Okay, not REIT, not the REITs. We talked about that last week. Those are real estate investment trusts. That's like being able to invest in real estate without actually owning any real estate by buying ETFs that pretty much own real estate. Okay. Silver and gold, yes. But T-Talk, we're going to talk about something a little bit deeper than silver and gold tonight. All right. So first, elements, right? We're going to talk about elements. These are basic building blocks of stuff in the universe, ladies and gentlemen. Like T and Talk just said, gold or oxygen, the shit you breathing. There are 118 known elements listed in the chart you might remember from school called the periodic table of elements. REEs are a special group of 17 of them tucked away at the bottom that you ain't pay no fucking attention to. But their names weird shit, right? They got weird names like cerium or lithanium and lutetium. It's a bunch of weird names and shit, right? But don't worry, I ain't gonna quiz you on the spelling if you don't quiz me on how to say the shit, right? So why rare earth? All right, here's a misnomer. That's a fancy word, but it's the wrong name. They not super rare like diamonds. They scattered in rocks worldwide. But the earth part comes from old scientists calling minerals earths. They used to just call them earths. So the real issue is pulling them out pure. While you're trying to get this shit coming out the ground, pure is hard, is messy, and it's very expensive. Mining this shit means digging up big ass holes, crushing some big ass rocks, using chemicals to separate that shit. Like it's like sorting M&Ms by color, but you blindfolded in a fucking factory that makes waste. So it pollutes, but if it's not done right, it pollutes if it's not done right. How about that? It's gonna pollute some shit. So a lot of countries let China handle they let China handle it. And China does 80 to 90% of the mining and almost all processing. They do all the processing of it too. So that's turning raw ore into usable powder. Like they doing a lot of shit that a lot of countries just say, here, we're gonna let China do it and handle it. So China basically, before I go there, think of rare earth elements as the vitamins in a multivitamin pill. Like tiny amounts is tiny amounts, but without that shit, your body ain't gonna work right. So it's like our phones, like they got special properties, magnetic, glowing, heat resistant. That's why they in high tech shit. So let's zoom on, we're going to zoom in on some key ones, right? I'll pick 5 stars, explain what they are, what they do, and tie one to your life one at a time. And if it click, cool. But if it's not, you hit me up on a later time and I'll explain it. So we're going to start with, let's start with praseodymium. Let's pull it up. I'll show you what it look like. This is not a science class. I know y'all like, bruh, we don't give a fuck about no rare earth elements, but you will when you make this money off of it. Off the stock, that is. All right, so not that this has a stock. This is let me cook. So this is praseodymium, or just PR, atomic number 59. It has a greenish tint to it, but what does it do? It makes alloy stronger. Alloy are metal mixes like steel. They put this shit in airplanes. PR in engines, right? Praseodymium in engine parts, so they handle crazy amounts of fucking heat. 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit without breaking. So next time you fly, you can thank this shit for a safe takeoff. Are y'all listening? I'm not telling you this shit because I want you to just learn about the periodic table of elements. I'm getting somewhere. Remember, I'm going to show you a stock that mines all of this shit. I'm just showing you the importance of it first. Let me cook. What up, Jay Beezy? Jay Breezy. All right, so where was I at? Oh yeah, next time you fly, thank them for this shit, right? So it's also in fiber optics. Those are super thin glass cables carrying internet data. Super thin glass cables that's carrying internet data, right? So I'm going to say PR so I don't have to keep saying praseodymium, right? Because that's the name of it, praseodymium, but I don't want to keep saying that shit. I'm going to say PR. So PR helps signals go farther without fading, like a booster for your Netflix stream. But the biggest thing is magnets. PR teams up with neodymium for super strong ones. Like, let me show you neodymium. Like all of these, listen, you walk on the ground, the shit in your backyard, this shit come from out the earth and it powers technology. Who the fuck picked up some rocks out the ground and figured out that who found the properties of this shit and was like, yo, if I put this with this and do this with this, like there has to be some type of alien somewhere that, because there's no way you go from so-called knuckle dragging, dwelling in a tree to connecting neodymium to praseodymium and realizing that you can get an iPhone. Like, get the fuck out of here. So they just put 2 rocks together, like they was just in a cave clashing rocks together and shit. I'm going somewhere. Let me not get off topic. I'm gonna stay on topic. All right. So I just wanted you to see this because when you put them together, it's a kind of a magnet. But neodymium, Nd, atomic number 60, makes magnets. It's some of the strongest fucking permanent magnets ever. Permanent means they stay magnetic without electricity. So think electric vehicles. 1 Tesla motor uses 1 to 2 kilograms of this shit, plus praseodymium. So it got but I mean, why does this give a why do we care about this shit? I'm getting to the point, but you have to learn the context in it. This creates torque. That's twisting force for quick acceleration. That's how they pick up. That's why when you in a Tesla, you hit the gas, ain't no slack on that motherfucker, right? But no neodymium, your electric vehicle gonna feel sluggish, like by 30%. So I can explain torque in a simple manner. It's like pedaling a bike uphill. This shit right here gives it extra push. Hello, everyone that's coming in. Thank you for coming in. What's up, beloved? How are you doing? Thank you for the heart me. You got my heart too. I appreciate you. If you are new here, hit the follow button, you guys. I'm thankful for you coming here tonight. We are going over this play, right? Tonight's show is Rare Earths Revolution, trading the China squeeze. That's what we're doing. It's a China squeeze going on right now. I'll give you a quick update, right, on what I'm talking about, So China's big supply squeeze is creating huge opportunities for us. I ain't gonna go all the way over it, but China basically, like, it's something big happening in the world of minerals. So China make most of them. They just and they making it way harder to export them, and making it hard to know how to process them too. And that's all. And I was telling these lovely people about rare earths because it's in everything cool that we use on a daily basis. Smartphones, electric vehicles, airplanes, turbines, etc. Even military shit. All right, so where was I at? I just wanted to kind of like catch you up. So yeah, this shit is used in electric vehicles or whatnot. They also use it in lasers for surgery. Precise beams that fix people's eyes and shit without cutting them to pieces or whatnot. Smartphone speakers. They use these magnets. These magnets vibrate for sound, and they put them in headphones too. So they put them in. Remember boom boxes and shit. This is what shrunk them down to earbuds. Let me see what I got. Oh, okay. What up, Betty? So yeah, this is what made a boombox come down to the size of some headphones. I'm just giving you an idea of what's going on. All right, so those black blocks that you see inside of motors, ND and PR is inside of that shit too. It saved weight, battery life. Like in 2025, electric vehicles needed 50,000 tons of this shit, up to 30,000 tons back in 2020. So the demand is exploding. I got another one to show you, and then I'm done showing you these elements because I don't want y'all to think this is science class. This is not science class, but you should love to learn, ladies and gentlemen. Learning is fun. Learning is fundamental. So I also wanted to show you diprosium, but I don't want to go into too many elements. Like I said, I don't want y'all to run away because it turned into a science class. So I'm gonna skip straight to europium. Europium makes red colors vivid. Without this shit, we would probably still be watching red and black, but white and black TV shows and shit. And it ain't just this one. There's a lot of rare earth elements, REEs, that allow us to have this technology that we got. You wondering how the shit work? I'm telling you how it worked. And I'm about to show you a stock that's gonna do numbers because of it. It already did numbers throughout the year. We've already ate on it, me and the community, and you too, since you now a part of the community, especially if you hit the follow button and hit the link in the bio. Okay, so where was I at? Yeah, we talking about europium. All right, so europium is used to make red colors. Your phone dissected down, your display has damn near every one I just named. Every one of those shiny ass rocks I just named is inside of your phone. One phone. But 1 billion phones, that's a lot of demand. Okay? Y'all know about supply and demand, right? So even on a broader scale, wind power, them turbines, engines, all this shit, bro. Rare earth elements are technology's unsung heroes. Don't nobody talk about this shit. Small doses, but really big impact. In 2025, 250,000 tons. That's up 15% on a yearly basis. This shit is needed or being mined and manufactured and processed and whatever. Not manufactured, but processed. 90% of this shit come from China. So if they squeeze, it's gonna be a chaotic situation. This is very informative. Yes, it is. I'm getting somewhere though. I'm sorry that this is one of those type of college classes to where usually I do like some very elementary beginner shit, but I'm making it super simple for y'all because I know y'all not stupid. So I'm like, I'm coming with this information before I tell you the stock that I'm looking at. That way we have some type of understanding of why are we even trading this? Why are we looking at this stock? All right. So let me get away from this real quick. Let me get away from this. I don't even want to talk about it any more of those. We'll talk about MP. I'll get to the cut. So before I do, China basically got a big ass population. They got a factory hub. They are the rare earth elements boss, right? They run that shit. So we gonna unpack this shit slowly. April 2025, it seemed like they had the controls was on 7 medium to heavy REEs. I'm gonna say REEs so I don't have to keep saying rare earth elements, right? But I'm gonna say the abbreviations like DY, TB, EU, etc. So exporters needed licenses, government approval, like a hall pass. Why? Why do they need fucking approval to trade this shit? Because they trying to control the flow. October 2025, this week, it's even bigger. And now we got technology too. Mining, digging, smelting, heating, all this shit, ore to a metal, separation, purifying, magnet making, licenses required for all that shit. Even on the military use. So who buying this shit and what you buying it for? They want to know what you buying, what you doing with it. This shit come from out the earth. They putting regulations on shit that come from out the earth. I'm not gonna get into that though. We talking about the stock market and we talking about making money. I could care less about the technicals, but I really care too much, right? I care too much, so I don't want to get too passionate and I already struggle to bite my tongue so I don't use profanity. My grandmother started watching my shows, ladies and gentlemen. Now I gotta not curse. I was having a blast. Some of y'all might think that's funny, but I personally don't. Hey, Granny, if you're listening, hey. What stock is this? This is MP. That's what I'm getting down to. But just hear me out. I know you like, bro, shut up. Cut to the point. All right. So magnet making license required, blah, 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 blah. China is tightening the rare earth grip. That's what they doing. They got a full lockdown on this shit starting like from a day ago. Why would they do this? Let me pull some shit up so y'all can know what's going on. I don't think y'all know y'all know I'm gonna get the information. I'm gonna bring it back to you, but I gotta tell you what's going on. You gotta know what's going on so we don't be in the blind. And by you being inside this live, you are in the mix. Sometimes it pays to be at the right place at the right time. It pays to be at the right place at the right time. Give me a second. We talking about MP. All right, so we're going to dive deep on MP materials. Y'all need to be crunk right now, because MP is the star. This motherfucker right here, this is like Ford is for cars. You understand? MP is the same way for rare earth elements. All right, so the ticker is MP. This is from mine to magnets. MP stands for Mountain Pass. That's the name of this company. You can go right here to this. You can go check them out. Do your own research. Like I said, this is not financial advice. This is for educational purposes only. Somebody said we live in the mix. I know that's right, chemist. You got to live in the mix. That's right. So, let's see. This is owned, 15% of it's owned by the owner, of the supply is owned by the owner, $400 million market cap, if I ain't mistaken. They got General Motor deals, Apple deals. They up 28% from Q3. Yeah, they did a big turnaround. I have a target on this, but for me, MP sound good. But I got a price target on this to go into about 130, anywhere from 130 to 150. And let's see, let's look at the chart real quick. We're going to look at the chart. Nah, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That's no video. That's the QQQ. Here we go. Now, earlier this year, this stock was $29. Not too long ago. Okay, the stock was $29, like in the summer. What's his name? Archie. Archie, do me a favor and hit the follow button, and I'll check that stock out at the end of the show. But nonetheless, I have a price range, a price target on this stock to go to 130, anywhere from 130 to, I really want to say 180, but I don't want to get y'all carried away and get your hopes up and shit. I'm just giving you thesis and reason why. Y'all thought I just talked for 20, 30 minutes for no reason? I didn't go through all the information for me to just, I'm not just going to pull up charts and not have a great reason why it's a good investment, and you should be the same way. You should do your own research. I had a guy in the community last night ask me in like 2:00 in the morning. He put in the community. He said, "What's a good stock right now, long term that I could buy? I got like $400 to drop on it." Now first I hit him up and I'm like, first of all, stop asking quote unquote anyone for financial advice. That's your first mistake. Like y'all will ask a person on a freaking app about a good investment, but and you will be willing to lose more than it costs for you to actually speak to a professional. Let's make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. So I spoke with him the next day, and the kid is like 18, and I'm talking to him about opening up a Roth account and why he should take that into consideration. Why he should start investing for retirement now. Because retirement is not about an age. Soon as young people hear retiring, they put that with an old age. Stop doing that. Retirement ain't got shit to do with old age. Hey, young people, wake up. I want y'all to know something that I wish somebody had told me when I was 18. You don't have to retire at 60 years old. Wake up. I know y'all already know because y'all see it. I know some of y'all like, duh, we know. My friend made $1 million from Bitcoin or from shitcoin, from a meme coin, right? I know you young fellas know, you young ladies know, but for those that don't know, you don't have to retire at an old age. Retirement is a number that you hit. It is a number that when you reach that financial independent number, you don't have to work. You got enough to cover yourself for the rest of your life through investments. You are insured. Everything's taken care of. That's what y'all should be doing now. And you can ball till you fall, young people. I'm telling y'all the way to financial freedom, because old people, they thought that they had to work for their whole life and work very hard until they get old, and y'all don't have to do that. And now you older people, I got something for y'all ass too. Y'all don't have to go out. It ain't too late. It ain't too late for y'all. Now is the biggest. Y'all got the man, them baby boomers so lucky. Y'all really lucky. If you are a baby boomer or Gen X, you lucky. This is the best time for you because y'all, first of all, I know y'all old ass seen Marty McFly. I know y'all seen Back to the Future. Don't act like y'all ain't see Back to the Future. Remember the scene where dude came back to the future? Well, matter of fact, he went to the past and he gave the past version of himself financial advice. Do y'all remember that? He gave him an almanac, and in the almanac, it had all the horses that was going to win a race. He basically went back in time and gave himself financial advice. Now, he was the bad guy. So the good guy had to go back in time, Marty McFly, and fix it. Well, I had a Back to the Future moment, ladies and gentlemen. My future self came back to the past, which is the present, 2025, and slapped the shit out of me and told me I better invest in rare earth elements and I better invest in technology and not to take this shit. Don't play right now. This is not the moment to be playing, because if I don't do this, then the future will be affected. But if I do it right, the future will be wonderful, lovely, big house, many houses, multiple houses, right? Let's do it right. Let's make it make sense. So I'm like, cool, bet. All right, cool. Bet. I've been, listen, for the past year, ever since that happened to me, I haven't been bullshitting with it. You know? I got a decent house. I want a big one though. I want multiple houses. I want everything, right? This is the American dream. But my future self said you can kiss that shit goodbye if you allow this opportunity to surpass you. Now, I'm going to give you guys another example. Imagine if we had a time machine and we can go back to 1991 or 1989 or 1970 and invest in some of these stocks that are booming now. Coca-Cola was out in the 70s, right? But we ain't going to talk about, let's fast forward to like the 90s. You had an opportunity to invest in the very, very beginning of cell phones, and look at them now. Even computers and the internet, like internet companies and shit. And there was a very big boom back then. There was a when I say a boom, there was a technology boom then that began then. Back then, people was like, oh, I don't like those. I would rather use a pen and a paper. And now look at those same people, like your ass to get left in the dust talking about some pen and paper right now. Everybody in the world got an email address and a cell phone or a computer. Investing more than you save more than you spend. That's right, EQ the chemist. That's rich folk talk right there. But I understand how hard it is for a poor person to understand it because you are poor mentality. You're not poor. You can be rich. There's nothing separating you from a rich person except from the way you think. There's no such thing as a fucking broke person. The mentality is broke. Fix the way you think and immediately you don't have to be broke no more. So if you think you broke right now listening to my live stream, you're not anymore. If you can comprehend what I just told you, accept it to be true, realize it to be true, you can never be broke. It's a thinking error. Now, I just got sidetracked talking about that. We're gonna pretty much. I talked about MP about as much as I wanted to, right? But right now we in a bit of, this is how the AI bubble is being pumped up right now. Nvidia got the $4.5 trillion market cap. Oracle spent tens of billions on Nvidia chips. Nvidia put money into XAI. XAI put money into Nvidia. Nvidia put money into Figure AI. It puts it back into Nvidia. Nvidia putting money. If you notice, Nvidia is putting money in every motherfucking thing. Bro, I drop paper towels to reuse them. I'm broke. You're not broke. That's a mentality. That's what you're frugal, but you're not broken. You should have more money because you're able to save money, burr. But anyways, Nvidia, we're not going to talk about drying paper towels to reuse them in my live, burr. You better sit back and listen. If you focus more on listening than you are trying to relay a message that you dry paper towels to reuse them, then you know what I'm saying? You might not have to do that shit no more. You feel me? All right, so CoreWeave, they putting money in the CoreWeave. You also got Intel putting money in the CoreWeave, Microsoft putting money. This is just trying to give you an idea of the pool of money that's floating around. I told y'all about 10 live streams ago that there was a shit ton of money being pumped into the market because of AI. I mean, a shit ton. I got the exact number. Hold on. I got the exact number on how much. I don't even, just know it's a lot. How about that? Do your own research, because it'll take me a few minutes to get to it. But let me see. MP, $130 price target. Let me see what else we got. Yeah, this is QQQ. So QQQ tracks the technology sector. If y'all don't know, this is the NASDAQ. And it's like a folder of all the technology stocks. So if you do want to just like on the side invest in fucking technology sector, then you should ask your financial advisor to make sure that QQQ is in the mix, right? And if you don't have a financial advisor, stop fucking listening to people on the internet that don't have a financial advising license. Just don't do it. It doesn't make sense. Okay? Now, QQQ, don't let this get past you. Don't let it 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 get past. I'm super serious though. Don't let none of this shit surpass you, because that's pretty much what's happening. It's going right past you before your eyes. And I'm not trying to spread FOMO. I'm really just spreading awareness, right? We're not spreading FOMO. We spreading awareness. Yeah, all of these are rare element stocks. USAR, this is a good one. I just showed y'all all this shit about REEs, and I want you to add them to your watch list so you can say, damn, he was right. USAR is this ticker, and the other one was MP. I was watching MP when it was $29. It's in the $70 range now. I'm telling you about this when it's $32, and I will rub it in your face when it's not no more. Just remember that. I'm petty. I'm a Scorpio. My birthday, Halloween. I like to tell people I told you so. Okay? I really do. Now, NVIDIA is another one of them I told you so moments, especially those that know. Y'all know I just told y'all NVIDIA, right, especially after AMD cracked. I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't NVIDIA pop up next? And AMD cracked past 200. Why wouldn't NVIDIA? Why? I said it so many live streams. Why are we sitting around watching NVIDIA under 200 and not buying? What's going on? What's going on right now? Are you guys, you sleep? You sleep? Yeah, chemist, but that didn't happen today. That's not what happened today, chemist. That's not what happened yesterday. That's not what happened last week. That's not what happened last month. It happened, but no, it's nothing to talk about now. What's to talk about is how much of NVIDIA do we own? Freedom, who do you use? I use about 3 of them, but the best one, you know what I'm saying? I can get you a matched percentage with Fidelity. If you allow me to help you get a money managed account through Fidelity, right? You don't even have to ever touch that month. You can touch it all you want, but you don't have to. It will be literally managed for you. A lot of y'all may have to work. You don't got time to do all this extra shit, but you want to invest still. You should have a money managed account. Definitely reach out to me outside the live stream. Don't just hear me and say it and you didn't press follow and you don't message me after the live. DM me. Hit the link in the bio, whatever you got to do to connect, and we're going to get you set up with a real investment account. You need to, let's talk about that for a second. Fuck it. We're going to go right into it. Let's talk about this. This is why a lot of y'all, if you don't have a Roth, put a W in the chat if you're interested in knowing why you need a Roth. What is a Roth? Y'all want a crash course on a retirement account? Remember, young people, you can fucking retire early if you start worrying about it now. And I ain't talking about 50, 60 years old. I mean, real talk. You can retire early. It depends on how fast you come up with that number. I'm going to give you a way to do that as well, too. So, yeah. All right. So, I got y'all. Since I see W's, we're going to talk about it. I think I have no choice but to start with letting everybody know that y'all heard me talk about a Roth before. It ain't nothing. It ain't like I haven't talked about it. So I'll just go ahead and talk about what you already know, right? Let's talk about what you already know. What is the difference between a Roth and a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA? So both traditional and Roth IRAs are like a special piggy bank for retirement. You put money in, invest it in things like stocks or bonds, you watch it grow over time. The huge difference is when you pay taxes and how that affects the money that you get in the future. We talking money, y'all. We not in this bitch talking about nothing. Like, let's break it down. So the Roth IRA, you put money in, you put the money in that you already paid taxes on. That's like your paycheck after taxes are taken out of it. The money grows. And here's the magic. When you take it out after you get older, you pay zero taxes on all the extra money you made. So it's all yours, no strings attached. That's why you don't want to take money out of it. Although you can, right? I'm gonna show you how you can do it tax free. But you wait till you get older, you get this shit tax free. You don't know how big that is. I'm finna show you in a second. So basically, for 2025, this year you can put about $7,000 if you under 50, $8,000 if you 50 or older or something like that. It may vary depending on where you at, but as long as you earn under $150,000 a year or 36,000 if you married. In a traditional IRA, you put money in before taxes are taken out, which can lower your taxes today. It sound cool, but the catch is when you take the money out when you want to retire, you pay taxes on everything. And the money you put in and all the growth, you pay taxes on all that shit too. And that can take a big ass chunk out of your savings. You can also contribute $7 or $8,000 in 2025 in that one too, depending on your age, but there ain't no income limit like with the Roth. So you young people, you need to fuck with the Roth. If you in your teens, 20s, even your 30s, time is on our side. It's the superpower. With the Roth IRA, we pay taxes now when we likely earning less and our tax rate is lower. Then when your money grow for decades, right? And you cash out tax free. This is later on when you chilling and you ready to retire. That's lucrative. Lucrative means it can make you a lot of cash. For example, $7,000 a year at an 8% growth rate could turn into over $1 million by the time you grown as fuck. For real. And it's all tax free with the Roth. With the traditional IRA, you're going to owe taxes on that $1 million. Maybe losing $200,000. You don't want to lose $200,000 or more to the government. And if you skip either, you stuck on saving without the tax perks. And you got to deal with inflation. Inflation mean the price is going up, making your money worth less. I know y'all know what that is. A bag of chips don't cost the same amount a bag of chips cost when you was a kid, right? Why don't shit stay cheap? Inflation. It could eat your savings money to fuck up. A Roth is going to set you up to live big. Cars real big. Don't make me start singing the big timers. Travel. You can start a business. You can retire early. So the best one, Rave, not the IUL. And I'll get you. And there's a lot of people going around scamming people with that IUL shit. I'll get into that another time. But definitely you do want a Roth. And you don't want to just set one up on Robinhood. You don't want to just set one up on your local broker. No. Some of these brokers are not even in the United States. First of all, come on, let's make sense. Let's make it make sense. First of all, let's make it make sense. So if you don't have, you can trade all you want. I will personally take my offer on this. I will personally teach you how to trade. I will teach you how to trade if you don't know, right? But even if you're not interested in learning how to trade, I will help you build your portfolio, set you up with a money managed account so you can begin on that. You should start on that. The annual contribution limit for a Roth is $6,000 to $7,000. If you max your Roth out every year, here's how much you will have. You don't have to drop that much in there at one time. You invest 10 years, $6,500, 10% return. After 10 years, that's $100K. It's like, let's make it make sense. That same amount, right? For 20 years, and 20 years is $400K. So I know y'all probably like, who the fuck finna wait that long? Well, guess what? One day you gonna be there. You think that time ain't gonna come, but it's gonna come. And when it do, you gonna already be straight. Some of these is paying out the same amount as a fucking insurance policy. So you get a certain age. All right, so listen. Hey, listen, all my older people, put a W in the chat to show the younger people. Don't you wish you had did this when you was younger? And younger people, man, listen, put a W in the chat. If you would like for me to, I just want to see W's because we winning. Put a W in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. If you're not just here, just taking up space right now. I want you to understand that this shit could change your life. A Roth is going to set you up big. without the tax man taking your hard-earned cash. Okay? Investments gonna grow tax-free. You never pay tax on your money again. What's considered to be old? Old is when you are physically not able to go out and make a living or get earned income as much as you used to when you were in your youth, as far as youthful. So you could be 60 years young. Hear me out. You could be 60 years young. You could have another 40 years of life left in you, right? At that point, you in your midlife. If you're gonna live to you 120, shit, you middle aged. So I'm just saying, it just depends on you and your point in life and where you at. I just know that it is crazy to not have an investment account. I want you all to know that there's more to investing than just day trading or swing trading, stock options or futures. And I want people to know this because I told you I spoke with the 18-year-old this morning and I had an epiphany. I mean, it was almost like he thought I was trying to sell him something that wasn't going to benefit him. And I'm like, dude, I ain't trying to sell you shit. This is me telling you something. You could take this information and wipe your, you know what I'm saying? You do whatever you want to do with it. But I'm trying to help you out, young fella. And it just dawned on me, like, I got to have more patience, more tolerance, because they don't want to hear that shit. They want to trade. They want to make the money right now. But he asked me for a long-term stock that he could drop $400 into. It costs less to start a Roth IRA. If you are interested in opening a real retirement account, a money managed account, inbox me and we can do it tomorrow. We can open it for you tomorrow and you can get started building your generational wealth. And if you're interested in learning how to trade, I'll do it too. I'll throw that in as a bonus. So who the fuck in the financial world is going to teach you this skill set if you take the offer on setting up your future? It doesn't make sense. I'm doing that for Ironworth traders only. I'm doing that for my community because I want to bring financial literacy to those who didn't get it in school, who didn't get it from their parents. Right? We're going to talk about some more of those. So all right. So even older folks need to pick a Roth. Somebody asked me what's older. How about we just say if you over 50? We ain't gonna say if you older. We just gonna say if you over 50, you in a prime spot to lock in your future right now. A Roth IRA is gonna let you use that $8,000 catch-up limit. They gonna let you put up more. They letting you put more in there. That's gonna grow interest. Tax-free nest egg. With the traditional IRA, independent retirement account, you might save a little bit on taxes now, but in retirement, them taxes could hit your ass hard, especially if you got other income like Social Security or pensions. That could shrink your money when you need it for doctor bills, family, or you just want to enjoy life. You just want to go to the beach or something with your family. A Roth gonna give you flexibility. That means options to use your money how the fuck you want to use it. Excuse my French. I'm sorry for cursing. I apologize. Grandma, I'm sorry for cursing. But it's going to let you use your money how you want. Because tax-free withdrawals means more cash for you to do what you wanted to do the whole time. Your dreams, right? You want to travel, leave a legacy behind. For those that don't know, a legacy means what you pass on to your loved ones or causes that you care about. Without a Roth, you risk taxes eating into your savings, leaving you stressed instead of secure. If you saving money, it's not growing interest. That's crazy as fuck. Take that savings account and put it inside of a investment account. Yes, you can, Nia's World. You can do it, but guess what? You can have a professional do it and sit back and collect the returns. You can do it yourself too, though. Don't get it twisted. But while you're trading options, there should always be some in the pocket in a professional account, in a real independent retirement account, a real Roth. But yes, you can trade options on your own. But I would trade options in a independent investment account, in my own little investment account. That's what you do. You download Robinhood, Webull. Hell, you could do it on Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, right? You could do it on any app or desktop version that you would like to trade on. But I'm saying reach out to me so you can open a real investing vehicle, a real money managed account. ETF managed account, where they basically take your money and put it in a folder of stocks that grows interest more than the fucking bank. The bank ain't gonna make your money. Your money not growing in the bank. In fact, you crazy as hell. Somebody said, just text me, yo, would you do a Discord call about it or nah? See, a lot of people just want to talk on Discord. Like, you guys I don't know if they can hear me or not. You guys got to stop doing that once you join it. You can't get on a phone call. I can't take you serious. You can't get on a phone call. I can't take you serious. Someone says, can you please explain the less real accounts? Well, it is not necessarily that it's less real. Is managed by a rookie or amateur or retail trader or AKA a gambler. These people are gamblers. 90% of options expire worthless. Don't believe me? Look it up. Get on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange website and just do some research when you get a chance. People make a lot of money off of covered calls, secured puts, those type of strategies. Those have a higher probability of profitability. But you can call it, let's use the word less real account since that's what you used. And you manage it. You're the administrator. You choose what stocks you invest in. And in that case, you take on 100% of the risk, right? So you lose that money, you lose that money. You pick a stock that don't go right. You listen to somebody that told you to buy a stock and the stock went to fucking $3 or something, right? You lose all your money. Then that's because you listened to someone who wasn't a professional. And that's why it can be considered less real. It ain't necessarily about being less real. It's about a manner of an investment account. People, that's why older people was freaking out when the market dropped down back in April, when the stock market dipped so hard. It freaked a lot of older people out because their retirement accounts is like they couldn't retire when they wanted to. They needed to wait for the market to come back up for them to retire, because it's a matter of a couple million or not being on that bitch or not. You know what I'm talking about? Like, when it was down so bad, and now it's way up. Let's just zoom out real quick. Imagine you got $1 million in a retirement account, and for whatever reason, the market drops and your shit dropped down $200,000. And you and your wife looking at each other, or you and your husband looking at each other, and y'all like, should we just get our money out this shit right now? Because if we don't, we might lose our retirement. So then they take their money out just for the market to go where it's at now. Ouch. Which is way more. If they had just held or bought more from where it's at now, come on, y'all do the math. It's about $100 more than where it was before it dropped down. So even if you bought in at the top, it's still a great time to invest. It's still a great time to invest. What are you doing? Your money ain't going. And then there's more ways to invest than just in the stock market. But yeah, anyways, a Roth IRA is usually the better choice because it protects your money from future taxes, which could be higher as you earn more or as laws change. It's a shield against the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that you deal with when you trading. I feel like you can trade more comfortable if you already have this figured out. If you don't have this figured out and you trading, that's weird as fuck. You might as well be a gambler. You are not an investor. Netflix was $100 in 2022 or close to it, and now it went up to $1,300 this year. It's trading over $1,000. Sure, it could be dipping down, but my point is, you missed that on a short term, just trying to make some right now money. You don't get to see shit like that happen when you're not invested. You can have a money managed account or retirement account, or right on the side, but you can also trade stock options and do whatever the fuck you want to do in your personal account. You can do both. You can trade stock options for the short term, but also cover your ass on the long term, and actually cover your ass on the long term first. So a traditional IRA might help now if you in a super high tax bracket, But most folks, especially younger ones or those closer to retirement, we get hit hard by taxes later on. So choosing wrong could mean losing tens or thousands or hundreds of thousands to taxes, leaving you scrambling, right? Leaving you scrambling when you should be living your best life. A Roth IRA is your path to keeping more of what you earn, making it a lucrative and essential move. This the best move. You shouldn't be trying to wait to do it either. All right, I'm gonna wait. All right, all right. This isn't just nice to have. This ain't just some nice shit that you should have. No, it is a must. You need to have it. Without the IRA, you saving the hard way. You saving money the hard way. So the algorithm looking out for you just for you being in this live stream tonight. I don't care that it is not a lot of people in here. Tonight is quality over quantity. I could care less that it isn't the normal amount of people in here. I care that the people that is in here got the information. That's really all I care about. I'm trying to teach y'all. Not trying. I am going to teach you financial literacy. If you rock with me, I'm teaching you everything that I am learning or everything that I have learned. There is no gatekeeping here. And a lot of people don't have a financial advisor in their corner. A lot of people don't have licensed financial advisors because them people won't talk to you unless you got $500,000. So this is a must. It's not something that you should be thinking about getting. You need to get it. If I could show you how your money could make money grow for you, or if I could show you how to make your money make money itself, is that something that you would be interested in? Put a W in the chat if that's something you would be interested in. Put yes in the chat if you would be interested in making money from home. I also have a way for you to make money from home. I can show you how to generate money from home if you would like to be interested in that. I want to know. Okay. Peculiar pursuit. You only have one job, one job, anything she wears right now, because this is not a job position. This is a business. This is not a job position. This is a business. And you have to be serious. Y'all know I'm not joking about this, right? Y'all see what I'm doing? The position is learning financial literacy and helping others. TikTok just brought up this thing that said, drag the puzzle piece into place. You do not have to, as long as you can pass a background check, you're hired. As long as you can read and comprehend and you have a passion for helping people and you can talk on the phone or talk in person, you're hired. It ain't no side to it. And I'm going to show you how to make, I'm going to train you, right? And show you how to make tens of thousands of dollars a month. If you are serious, do not fail to message me. I need your name. I need your number and the best time to call you. Okay. And as far as the people that said yes to me showing them how to make money make itself, you need to reach out to me with your name, your number, and the best time to call you for us to set you up with that account. Serious people only. I also want you to put a yes in the chat if you are interested in me showing you how to create an estate. The easiest way to create a estate. Put yes in the chat if you would like to know the easiest way to create an estate. A person may create an estate through earnings, savings, and investments, but all of those methods require discipline. They require disciplined action in a significant period of time. The purchase of life insurance creates an immediate estate. Estate creation is especially important for young families who are just getting started and have not yet had time to accumulate assets. When an insured purchases a life insurance policy, they instantly establish an estate equal to the policy's face amount the moment the first premium is paid. There is no other legal method by which an immediate estate can be created at such a small cost. Take control of your family's financial future today. Fuck what anybody else told you. Let's make it make sense. We're not here to play. We're not here to play. We are not here to play. Rave said hell yes to everything. That's because you're smart, Rave. I mean, come on now. If y'all have children and you don't have a will and you're interested in creating a will because you want to make sure that if anything happens to you, the state doesn't decide what happens to your children. You get to decide who gets what. You get to say who gets what and when they get it. That's something important that you should be thinking about getting if you love your children. You don't want nobody else telling them what the fuck going on or where they should go. You're not promised tomorrow. That's something we are all promised is to get up out of here. But I don't want to spread fear. I'm spreading awareness. If you own a business, ladies and gentlemen, you should have that in a trust. Your house should be in a trust. That's right, Peculiar. So all of those, for everyone that said yes to being that want to work from home, you will have the ability to help people get a trust. You will have the ability to help people get a will. You will have the ability to help people open an investment account. You will have the ability to help people make sure that if anything happened to anything they got going on, they're going to get paid for it. They're going to be able to make their insurance policy the bank if they want to. You can sell annuities. You can sell an IUL if you want to. You're going to learn about everything. They're going to pay for your course, pay for your learning, get you licensed, and I'm going to show you how to make the bucks. Or if you, I'm going to ask you again, are you interested? Okay, I was waiting. I'm like, I don't see nothing. Timmy Turner, Timmy, you can get in as well, Timmy. I just like helping women because they are serious. A lot of men, you guys, I don't know what's going on. Y'all want to trade. The men are more like gamblers. They just want to gamble. They like, look, dude, can you just tell us what stock is about to go up tomorrow? Okay. All right. I got you. Don't say nothing when your ass is old and withered away. It's always the beautiful, smart women that be like, hey, well, I need to do this. Like cash value fixed IUL. Yes, you would be licensed to do that as well. See, but people think it's all about life insurance. No, you're going to get your life license, but you're also going to get your financial securities license. You have your license to sell securities, and you will be licensed to give financial advice. That's for the people that really care. Because anybody can get the life license. That's not hard to get at all. I'm going to show you. You're going to get literally schooled. I'm going to give you the course material, the exam material. I'm going to train you, right? You're going to get licensed, and then you will be able to sell them all. But it's going background check and determination. Anything she wears. It'll be there's a website that you're going to use. It'll be like your website that you're going to use to provide all of these financial instruments to people, right? Or all these different investing vehicles to people. And that is going to be 25. And then the background check is like 99. So it's like 125 for the both licenses actually. You end up getting licensed from both, but the first one you get is the life license, and then the second one you end up getting is for financial advice. And if you really want to see like, millions, you would get that mortgage license too. But you can get all of them. You have the ability to get them all. Okay, I ain't gonna stick on that subject for too long because I don't want to turn this into a job interview right now. I would like for you, if you are serious or want to know more, all we need to do is give you a 5 to 10 minute assessment and we'll get it figured out. I can get you on board tomorrow. But the thing is, you make that back. The bonuses, the compensation, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. The compensation is unmatched. There ain't nowhere else you finna make $300 per person you talking to. That you help, though. That's the crazy part. How many people do you know that have a business, but it's not in the trust? They have children, but they don't have a will. They don't, if anything happened to them, they family got to put a GoFundMe up. Hey, 50% of GoFundMes is for funerals. What the fuck is we doing? I'm not trying to curse, But I lost my mom last year, and that really pushed me towards doing this. But it ain't just that. My family don't know financial literacy. So that pushed me a step even further because nobody was able to tell me the difference between an asset and a liability. I had to learn this on my own. Nobody taught me anything about the stock market. I had to learn it on my own. Instead, I found out on my own that it was cheaper to be a owner of Nike than it was to buy a pair of Air Force Ones. But all my friends was buying Air Force Ones, $100. I'm buying $100 worth of Nike stock. You feel me? I caught on quick. And so now I'm putting everybody else on too. I'm realizing what's going on here. It's a lack of information, and my people will perish for a lack of knowledge. But we in the age of information, so there shouldn't be a lack. This shit is public information. I don't want you to believe anything I'm saying. I want you to look it all up. Okay? I want you to look it up. And this is not one of those things where it's not for the faint-hearted. If you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. It's just simple as that. Right? And I don't like bullshitters. Like I like to, I like to make money because I like to spend money. I will be honest. I'm like I told y'all, I'm in I study astrology. I'm a Scorpio, I'm a materialistic guy. I like nice things. I like luxurious things and beautiful places. And I can't live that lifestyle working a 9 to 5. Good night. I'll message you. Thank you. Good night. Good night, Peculiar Pursuit. But yeah, I'm more of a business owner and investor. The self-employed and employed lifestyle, trading your time for money is not something that I enjoy doing. So I choose not to do it. You can choose not to do it too. You should be using your brain and your voice. If you have the ability to, some people that takes too much work for them. It takes too much mental work and they would rather do physical work. I'm not mad at y'all. Right? But I am not about to shovel concrete. I'm not doing it. And I'm saying that because I'm a retired union worker. I'm not working in the union no more at 33 years old. But yeah, I'm done talking about that. Are there any questions? Are there any other questions? I'm on the Q&A section tonight. What's up? Any other questions? I told people about TSM. I want y'all to know something. When I say, if I tell you a duck can pull a truck, then hook it up. This was back in April and May. When it was like 134, I told you that was the bottom, and it was at 165. This day I posted this is on my TikTok. Now, when you try to invest in Taiwan Semiconductor, it didn't hit 300. It went up to 307 within this week. But I'm telling you that to tell you this. I done told y'all about MP tonight, and I think y'all sleep on everything I done told y'all. I hope not. I hope not. But add MP to your watch list. That's the main talk of tonight. That's if I don't want y'all to leave with nothing, leave with that. Anything she wears, I will teach you that too. I will teach you that too. If you join the team, right? You join the team and help me build this empire, and we will make. I'm not playing with you. We can make $10,000 to $20,000 a month if you come over here and help me. I'm doing it. Anything she wears without anybody's help. So I know that if I had people's help, we could do a lot more than that. Hey, anything she wears, if I told you I could make you $20,000 a month, but I'm going to make $30,000 a month, you don't want to make $20,000 a month no more? Everybody in the chat, put a W in the chat if you still want to make that money, even though if I said I can show you how to make 20K, 30K a month, but I'm going to make 40K a month, you going to be mad? You don't want to make that 30K no more? Like, what sense? Any business you've ever went to, does it not work like that? Do they not make money and you make money because they hired you and now you're like, we all making money? Like, that's a lot of people don't like it. So they say, so you mean to tell me once you show me how to help somebody set up a trust or help somebody set up a will, every time I make $350 off of that, you make $450? Yeah. Well, I don't want to do it no more. What the hell? You could have just helped 3 people out in one day and made a weekly salary in a day. You could have just made a monthly salary in a week. But you're upset that, and I trained you and showed you how to do it. And I came, oh, okay. Yeah, so those are the type of people. Remember I told y'all about how somebody's mentality can be broken? I don't deal with those type of people. You know, if you hang around 4 millionaires and you're the 5th person, what do you think you're gonna be? Let me see, what are you gonna be if you hang around 4 millionaires? Hey y'all, you know what they say? It is lonely at the top. It is crowded at the bottom. That's right, wait. That's right, Rave. It's lonely at the top and it's crowded at the bottom. That means it's a lot of people at the bottom that think like that. And it ain't too many people at the top that don't. So be a 1%er. Okay, that's what we all about. I'm not great minds think alike, right? And the energy, right, that I'm transmitting, you guys are receiving. We are energetic, we are electromagnetic beings, energy transmitters. And I just transmitted wealth and I'm going to get it back. You just received wealth. You just received a lot of wealth and I don't know if y'all realize it or not. Like the information that we covered in here was generational wealth building information. And I also laid the opportunity down on the table. It's 1:50 a.m. And yeah, where I'm at is 1:50 a.m. The stock market opens at 9:30 a.m. and I do have a few clients to take care of in the morning, so I would like to get some rest. I did stay live for 1 hour and 50 minutes, so I'm gonna have to get up off of here. But if y'all serious, please do not fail to press the follow button. Do not, I'm really looking forward to seeing a message in my inbox with your name and your number and the best time to call you and when to call you. And don't procrastinate. If you even think about procrastinating, I'm sorry, just don't message me because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want you to waste mine. Yes, people pay for this info. I like to give it out for free and see if people gonna barbecue or mildew. If you missed the live stream, the replay will be on my YouTube channel. You can just hit the link in the bio. Thank you for being a part of TikTok and finding my live and actually joining it and staying here until the end of the show. Like I said, y'all, add MP to your watch list. MP. Let me look at SPY real quick before I go to. I'll give y'all a little a quick analysis on what I think SPY is about to do. So we caught the move to the upside. We caught the move all the way to 674. We realized that it keeps hitting this level. Whenever the price comes up to that level, y'all, that is called resistance for those that don't know. So resistance is the ceiling, right? Support is the floor. Support is that bottom level that the price will come down to and bounce off of it like a floor and go back up. So the price came down on the left-hand side to that 669 level and it shot up to 674, but it wouldn't go above 674. And it started to consolidate. Consolidate is when the price goes sideways, but it was consolidated in a wedge. By the time it got to that, okay, you see where I got not financial advice on the screen with the little eyeballs, right on the left-hand side of the eyeballs, that's where the price shot down at, right? That is the end of the wedge. So think of a triangle. Think of a triangle sideways. Right. So look at 674. That's the tip of the triangle. And then it's basically like it's not necessarily a perfect triangle. OK, it's a wedge triangle. And the inside of it is is creating lower highs and higher lows, which is basically making the price look like it's being compressed. It's coiling up, getting ready for a big move that could have been to the upside or the downside, but it ended up being the downside. We caught this in live time when it happened. I'm like, yo, this is what's going to happen. And when you know this information, it pays to know there's money to be made on a daily basis, literally. And you ever heard that saying that, you know, two heads is better than one? So that's the blessing of being a part of a good community, because we're going to bounce ideas off each other. We're going to hold each other accountable. Go ahead and hit the link in the bio and do that as well. You want to join? I don't care if you join the free section of the Discord. I can't tell you how many people that then did that and made enough to work their way over to the premium side. Okay, that's for all those that want to join a community or learn how to. I want to say learn how to trade, but the last time I did that, someone was under the impression that I was just going to sit on the phone with them for 3 hours for $25. So I'm like, no, that was access to the Discord. And yes, I live trade in there. Yes, we do have signals and call outs and robots and that deliver the breaking news and all type of shit. Trading journals. Like, I have so much to offer for that $25 a month. And there's other people out here charging $100 a month to get in theirs. So I made sure mine was cheap for you guys. Somebody says, what about SPY? I'm telling you that if it doesn't break below 660, if it doesn't go down to 669, because that's what, $2, right? If it goes down $2, I can see it coming back up. Watch that 669 level, because I think it'll hit that level again. And if it doesn't, by the time the morning comes, if it doesn't go down there, we could see new highs again. We could see 680 on SPY by the time next week come around. I want to say 700 by the time the end of the year. We in a bull run, bro. Truth be told, we in a bull run. Y'all know, I know y'all like, some of y'all know what a bull run is, but some of y'all don't. A bull run is when the stocks go straight the fuck up for real. And anytime it come down, it's just a pullback before it go up more, higher than it did before it pulled down. Like, just do the back testing. Go get on a chart and look at what SPY has done the previous 6 months. Is historical. We're going to look back in time and wish we had bought stocks in April. And we're going to look forward in time and hope that we can get another dip. Because, yeah, I think this is the beginning of that shit where dude was saying that we was going to be winning. And he said we was going to be winning so much that we would be tired of winning. Well, I don't know about tired of winning. But I do know one thing. The winning has begun. I'm not gonna cap. We have began winning. We have began winning. So I just want y'all to make sure that you are really winning by setting you up an investment account, making sure that you got that part covered. Because gambling, that don't make no fucking sense. That's not winning. Gambling is thinking you know what's finna happen in the stock market, but you don't got, and you make money. If you make money in the market and you don't take that money and reinvest it into your future, you're tripping. You tripping. And I'm not here to let you trip. So with that being said, I'm gonna get up out of here before y'all ask me any more questions. It's coming up on 2:00 a.m. where I'm at. I look forward to speaking to those that inbox me for the 5-minute assessment so we can get you a will or so we can get you a trust. If you got a business or a house or an estate that you need put in a trust, I got you. If you need an estate, I got you. If you need a will, I got you. Okay. If you need a money managed account, I got you. If you need a job, but I don't like calling it a job because then people think that it's going to be a weekly pay. You can get paid in 2 days. Not in 2 days if you're not a 2-day type of person. You have to be a 2-day type of person. If you a 2-week person, then you're going to get paid in 2 weeks. Like that's only like if you a non-working ass person, then you gonna be a non-paid ass person because you don't put in the work. So I just want you to know that putting in the work requires you to do mental activities and vocal activities, not physical activities. And this is massive passive income. This is where you create income where you can actually travel and not have to worry about being there because you didn't already set it up to where all you got to do is probably answer the phone a couple times or get on the phone. How many people do you personally know that have children that don't have a will? How many people that you personally know, right? They got businesses or houses, but they don't have that. Like that's how I generate leads. Anything she wears. This is the biggest part. We help people that make under $100,000 a year. Why? Because the people who make under $100,000 a year can't afford this shit usually. They think they can't, but there's a way for them to through us. We have some of the cheapest products when it comes to any of them as far as a will, a trust, insurance, investment accounts, home security, home insurance, car insurance, and then this will happen. Anything she wears, people spend so much money on if they already got that stuff, they spend so much money on it that we save them so much money. They're able to take the money that they save and invest it, and we show them why it's important to invest it. A lot of them don't know or have never heard of the rule of 72. Put a W in the chat if you would like to learn the financial. They call it the banker's rule. Y'all want to learn the rule of 72? And anything she wears, I will create a system, right? Is you know that we live in 2025, so we gonna make a way to generate leads. Okay, we know how to do that. We create funnels, and I personally do exactly what you see me doing right now. I inform people financial literacy so that they can know, because they didn't teach us this shit in school. And you don't have a lot of financial advisors out here telling us nothing. They not out here just teaching this shit, for free. I can't do it for too long. I only have a limited amount of time to tell y'all everything I know for free before it's not going to be, I won't be here I won't be at this level. It'll be one of my proteges. Somebody it could be one of y'all in the chat one day. But at the end of the day, I want you to learn financial literacy first. Get as much as this education as you can, because it is not something that they just telling us in schools. It's not something our family members that know, and we are also being taken advantage of by not knowing it either. Okay, so the rule of 72 states that you want to pay attention to how long will it take for an investment to double at a compounded interest rate of 6%. Compound interest is one of the wonders of the world. He who understands it, right, receives it. He who doesn't ends up paying. They end up paying interest. If you don't understand it, you're going to end up paying interest. If you understand it, right, understand it and overstand it, you're going to end up getting it. So I want you to pay attention. I'm going to go through the rule of 72 real quick for you. I ain't going to take up too much of your time. All right. So I'm going to share something powerful. It's super powerful with you. It's called the rule of 72. If you ever wondered how your money can grow over time without you lifting a finger, this is going to blow your mind. Trust me. By the end of this, you're going to see why it's a game changer for building wealth, and why you might want to chat with me about putting this to work for you. We're gonna break it down in the simplest of terms, because I know sometimes I can just be extra for no reason. I'm gonna make it simple. Imagine you have some money saved up and you invest it somewhere that gives you a steady return. Can y'all imagine that? Put a W in the chat if you can imagine that. And put 2 W's in the chat if you are interested in setting that up for yourself. I'm paying attention. Because if you are, you should be the same person that's going to be it's in my inbox after I get off this live. We're going to contact you tomorrow if you send me your name and your number, and we're going to get you set up. I'm going to have the financial advisor that mentored me on the phone with us, and I'm going to get you on board. Literally, you're going to talk to HR and we're going to get you on board. And this is not a job. You will be able to take this and build. I don't know who's in your area. There might already be a district rep in your area, but you could become the district rep, and you could be in a position to hire people as well to help us do this as well. So I don't know, you might know other people that you want to be able to help. You can help them. And after I'm done showing you, right, you will be able to help them and teach them as well and get paid even more. I mean, we're talking about from making 10K a month to making 30 to 40K a month passively. I've seen the compensation rates. I'm not even going to talk about that tonight. I'm going to let you get into the meeting tomorrow. If you're serious, we'll talk tomorrow. All I need is your name and your number. And you really could give me, if you are on Zoom, we could start there. So if, I don't know, some people act weird. I don't want your number. Okay. You don't have to give me your number. If you have a problem with that, you can give me your email address and we can do it on Zoom for sure, because we have to do a Zoom call anyway, so I can share my screen, etc., and so you can meet the rest of the team too. This company is 2/3 of women, all right, and like I said earlier, if you hang around 4 millionaires, you will be the fifth one. Most of them are six-figure earners, and some of them are $1 million earners. This is no rap cap. Just see for yourself, okay? So now, like I was saying about the rule of 72, you saving the money, right? Imagine saving the money. Imagine you got some money saved up and you invested somewhere, and that somewhere you invested it is giving you a steady return, like interest from a savings account or dividends from stocks. I taught y'all about dividends last week. If you wasn't here during that, I'm going over dividends again on Saturday. I'm going to give a whole list of stocks that you can invest in that will pay you steady returns, right? Dividends or growth in a retirement fund. The rule of 72 is a quick math trick to figure out roughly how many years it will take for that money to double itself. Yeah, double, like turning $1,000 into 2,000, flipping it, or 10K into 20K. Rich people are buying money. Y'all don't hear me though. Y'all don't hear me. They buying money. This is where the saying comes from. It takes money to make money. And also where the saying comes from, scared money don't make no money. And then there's another saying that says people like, oh, this guy is a scam. Well, scam stands for still confused about money. So you still confused about money. And you plan to fail. Right out the gate, you plan to fail. So I see why you fail to plan. But not y'all. Y'all winners, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you made it this far, you definitely a winner. I'm going to try not to take up too much more of your time. But you definitely doubling your money just by letting it grow, all right? So here's how it works. You take the number 72 and divide it by the annual interest rate or return rate you're getting, but drop the percent sign. So that gives you the approximate years to double your money. For example, like let's say you earning 6% a year on your investment. 72 divided by 6 is 12. So in about 12 years, your money doubles. Like that's simple math, but bump that up to 8%. Maybe from a solid stock fund or something smarter. 72 divided by 8 is 9. That's 9 years. So boom, your cash double in under a decade. And get this, if you could snag a 10% return and the S&P be having more than that, y'all don't hear me though. So when I say invest it into a money managed account or with the ETFs, they giving you more than 8%. They giving you more than 10% at times. The shit is up sometimes way more than that, 14, 15% at times. But you can snag a 10% return. And 72 divided by 10 is 7 years. That means your money working twice as hard, growing faster than you can imagine. We taking compound interest magic here. So your earnings start earning money too. Then it's snowball over time. This is literally how Warren Buffett got rich. Yes, Patron, I can't believe you still here, man. Big shout out to y'all that's still here. Everybody that's still here, that's been here for a while in this. But yeah, I mean, you know, that's it in a nutshell. You want your money to make money for you and grow. The money, let's say imagine the money that you put into this investment made money for you, and then the money that it made for you, that money made money for you too. Like, I mean, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Take a snowball, roll it into some snow, and the snow that you rolled it into, when it rolls into more snow, it's only going to collect more snow. The snow that you collected is only going to collect more snow. Put a W in the chat if that makes sense. All right, Timmy Turner, that's what I was looking for. Like, I was like, I got to see a W, because if I don't see no W, ain't nobody win. I got to know that made sense. Again, it's compound interest. It's the snowball effect. It's the snowball effect. Your earnings start earning too, snowballing over time. But why should you give a fuck? Because this isn't just some fancy Wall Street shit out the side of I'm not just talking out the side of my neck. This is a real tool anyone can use to plan their future. Think about it. You want to retire comfortably, don't you? You want to save for a couple houses, a house, some real estate. You want to build a nest egg for your kids. The rule of 72 show you how smart choices today can lead to a big ass massive result, massive passive income down the road. It's proof that you don't need to be a millionaire to get started. Anyone can do this with consistent investing. I'm talking about your ass can afford $20 a motherfucking month. Don't make me start cussing at you. You can afford to invest in your future. I'm talking about your future. You can put 20 into that investment account every month. What are you doing? That 20 gonna grow into 40, that 40 gonna grow into 80, the 80 gonna grow into the 80 gonna grow into 160. Don't make me do it. The money will make money for you. And if you consistently grow it, if you consistently invest, I can't tell you the power of it. I mean, shit, I want you to see for yourself. Stop letting broke people tell you what you can and can't do. And get them cobwebs out your brain, and let's go on and get this shit started. Like today, today, Junior. like Adam Sandler said. So basically, here's the thing. You want to find those right investments and avoid pitfalls, because investing yourself without the proper knowledge will create those pitfalls. Joining the team, I'm going to train you. You're going to be able to have the knowledge and all that. You get your license, cool, and you'll be able to give financial advice. Or hire a financial advisor if you don't got time for all of that. That's why I'm telling you to reach out to us. You want to maximize your returns and minimize your losses. That's where a lot of people get stuck. I've helped tons of folks just like you apply this rule to their own lives, whether it's picking the best accounts, diversifying, or even starting from scratch. And the best part is it don't have to be complicated or risky if you do the shit right. So if this sparks something in you, if you thinking, man, I want my money to make money for me, shit, reach out to me, drop a DM, let me know you interested. I also have a link in my bio. You could join the community there, but definitely DM me your name and your number or your email address too, and the best time to call you or reach out to you. Let's chat about your goals and how we can use the rule of 72 to make this shit happen for you. You got the power to grow your wealth in the palm of your hands and being brought to you right now on your phone. This phone just made you some money tonight. So let's make it real together. So my apologies for stretching this out to be a long live, but I had to. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I want y'all to get the info. With that being said, y'all have a good night. I hope to see y'all in the inbox. And we're going to make today twice as good as yesterday and half as good as tomorrow. If you missed the live, it will be a replay on YouTube. And you can get my YouTube from the link in the bio. Y'all are so welcome. Y'all are so welcome. Thank you for being a part of the show tonight. Y'all the real MVPs. Sat through my live for a whole 2 hours.